Hey, it's Arrow, and this is Vocal Defrag. Vocal defragging is taking a transition walk. It can be in this forest where I am, which is in South Charlotte, North Carolina. It could be at a mall. It could be anywhere that you want to plant your feet and allow your imagination to receive. Vocal defragging is asking yourself the questions and then questioning the answers. Physically hearing your voice, your emotions, your intentions. And what it does is it opens you up in the way of having a clear conversation with the inner you, which a lot of people are running away from. They don't want to deal with their inner selves. Vocal defragging gives you an opportunity to have that relationship, to ask those questions and then question those answers. I also keep a written defrag journal, and the reason being is because I want to see in my handwriting the emotional changes that I go through, because trust me, the way that you write and how you think while you're writing can be identified on that page. This is Vocal Defrag. Big question for my heart today, and I'm going to share it with you. And the question is, what would it be like if you had to raise yourself? If you were the child and you had to take care of yourself hourly, day by day, month by month, into the decades, would it be an easy task? What brings this to mind is an article I read with an actor who said, I don't have any children because I think it would be very difficult to raise them. I'm having a tough time raising myself. Sit back and think about that. Raising yourself. You could be wearing adult shoes right now, walking through life, enjoying it, being challenged by it, questioning it, and finding yourself in places that it's like, how did I even get here? But do you think of it as raising yourself? And if you could raise yourself and raise your awareness of taking better control of yourself, would it be a tough task? What would you rather raise? A child or yourself? I have a wild, crazy dog that I continue to raise every day. She's always out of control, especially in this forest. I also have a blue crown conure that I've had for 31 years, a horribly loud bird. But I've been raising Ernie for all these years, and he drives me totally insane. But I think when you break it down, I drive myself more insane than the two of these animals in my life. The reason being is because I don't understand. I always have questions. I ask why. I ask where, how. And then I go, well, when? Sure, I've got that conversation built up with the identity of the inner self. And I've been doing that for a total of 30 years. But the one thing that I can't give up on is having that open relationship. But I've never thought of it as being something that I would say, I am raising me. I continue to raise me even at 61, because I don't know what it's like to be 65 or 70. I could ask my wife, but her journey through life is much different than mine. It's almost like we're raising each other. Someone asked me last night what the secret was when it comes to having 31 years of marriage. And I said, communication and understanding that each one of us are individuals and learning to raise each other's awareness by being truthful and faith-filled. So what would it be like to raise you? Do you have temperaments? Do you have mindsets? Are you set in your way? Do you argue with yourself because the inner you would like to have change, but the outside shell just wants to be accepted? I just want to get by, when you know deep inside that getting by can barely pay the bills. So sit down, ask yourself some questions, and question the answers. What is it like to raise you? And if you come up with the answer of, well, it's difficult, it's not an easy journey, how can we simplify this? How can we find ways to better understand this journey of getting older? You can't turn off that button. You can't go to Walmart, you can't go to Lowe's or Home Depot and find some sort of AI device that's going to turn you away from getting older. And the thing is that your mother may have raised you as a child, but you are raising you as an aging adult. And that right there can burn a few inner bridges. The goal is to have that better understanding of the self that you're becoming And in doing so, breaking down the tracks that you have put in the dirt. One of them being, how are you raising yourself? Do you respect the disciplines that you put yourself through? When you do enter your day, is it happy? Is it filled with music? What brings you joy? And is there something that triggers you where you have to really kind of step in? And with the way that you raise yourself, do you act, react, walk away from? Do you face it without making a facial expression? But yet, it's almost like we could read your mind. Ask the questions, question the answers. And today's question is, what is it like raising you? I'm Arrow, and that's Vocal Defrag.